It's time to get inside the Giants huddle.
Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up.
On Giants.com.
Here we go.
And the Giants mobile
Get
app.
them in there. Let's go.
Part of the Giants Podcast Network.
Welcome to another edition of the Giants Huddle Podcast. From now until training camp, we'll have a series of player interviews. We've split them up by position to kind of give you a feel of where this Giants team is heading into training camp of 2022. Just as a reminder, you can find the Giants Huddle Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms, on the Giants mobile app, and at Giants.com/podcasts. The Giants have a brand new tight end room this year, and in this episode, we're going to talk to all three, Ricky Seals-Jones, Jordan Akins, and Daniel Bellinger. Here's Ricky Seals-Jones. And now we're joined by Giants tight end, Ricky Seals-Jones. Ricky, what has it been like being here with the Giants and kind of getting used to the system here?
It's been good, just knocking down the playbook and learning a new system. But it's been going good, learning the city as well also, doing a couple of sightseeing. So I'm just trying to see the New York lifestyle everybody talks about.
Now, we've been talking about a couple guys here about the playbook. They say it's thick,
yes,
and it's like one or two words, and you got to know like four or five different concepts, right?
Man,
tell me about it.
It's challenging, but he want OC, head coach. They want us to play fast. We want to beat people, so you just got to come in and knock it out and get to it. But yeah, the playbook's it's hefty. It is hefty, but that's part of being a pro.
For you, trying to learn this, is that a lot of classroom work for you? Do you learn better classroom on pen and paper in front of a coach, or do you have to rep this stuff for it to have it click for you?
Yeah, I'm an on-field guy. I'm not really big on the classroom. It's good, but I like to be out on the field, see it, rep it.
Sure.
So yeah, that's just my take on it.
Does this offense remind you of any other offense you've been in your career at all?
College, Texas A&M. They like to spread and just run and gun. So that's how it kind of is.
You think it's going to be fun for a guy like you?
Oh, yeah. I think so. I mean, Knox went off with Buffalo. Mm-hmm. So, obviously Coach Kafka was in KC with Travis. So, there's some playmaking. They've been making plays in those offense, so why not here?
For Giant fans that haven't seen you play a ton, just give them a feel for what you bring to the field and kind of what your game's like.
I'm not a flashy person. I just do my job, honestly. I don't try to do too much, do too less. I just do my 1/11th and just kind of make sure we stay above the green and keep the chains moving.
Very good, Ricky. I appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much for being with us. Giants season tickets are on sale now for the 2022 season. In addition to ticket savings, membership benefits include access to exclusive events, experiences, pre-sales, and more. You can lock in your seats starting at just $100. Call 888-NYG-1925 or visit Giants.com/tickets for more information. Now we're joined by Giants rookie tight end, Daniel Bellinger. Daniel, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
So how was the last 3 months or 2 months, trying to soak this all in since you've gotten here after you were drafted?
Yeah, no, just trying to be a sponge, absorb everything, and just learning process, going through the process of learning the new plays and the new system.
Now, I've had vets come in here, like 5-6-year vets that have done this a long time. Like, boy, this offense, it's a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. What has it been like for you?
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely eye-opening. Coming in, a lot of the concepts are similar, but the terminology and how everything works together is definitely different. But it's tough learning it. But it's once we put it all together, I feel like it's gonna be really good.
So that's just a lot of memorization for you, remembering exactly what means what.
Exactly. Yeah, just a lot of memorization of what words correlate with the whole concept.
So when you see this offense and how they want to use a tight end, what type of role should Giant fans expect to see it in?
Hybrid. Of course, the tight end, run block, pass block, but definitely one that's going to get his hand in the dirt, and then another one that's going to get open and catch some balls. So one that does kind of both.
Now in college, you were asked to do both as well, and not a lot of people in college are asked to block. You were asked to block. So. Right. Why do you take so much pride in that part of the game, and how do you hope to transfer what you did in college in that way to the pros as a blocker?
First, it's fun. Just blocking people is fun. It's part of the game of football. But for the physicality of it is the best part. And bringing that physicality to the Giants is what I want to do.
And how about as a receiver? Do you feel like there's some untapped potential there based on – look, you came from a system in college where you're going to just run the hell out of the ball, right? Do you feel like there's a lot of untapped potential in you if you're given an opportunity to do more?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I want to show that I do have a lot of potential, not just in the run game but in the pass game as well.
What are some of the concepts and stuff that you said are similar that you really like, that you think can kind of really highlight the positives of your game?
Oh yeah, just like outside zone, inside zone, wide zone, tight zone kind of things for run blocking wise is what I want to bring. And then at the same time, just how we use the tight ends, either short routes, middle routes, or going up the seam, and how I was used in college is kind of similar here. So just kind of bringing that aspect to it.
What are some of the biggest differences between the college game and the pro game in terms of how stuff is taught, the classroom sessions, the practices? What's similar and what's different?
Definitely a lot of the small details for this level is a lot more particular on the small details, whether it's one footstep or one kind of leverage on a route compared to college. College wasn't as particular on the small details because sometimes you just straight up better than the guy across from you. But at this level, everybody's good. And more times often than not, the guy across from you is going to be better. So in order to beat him, you have to win with small details and small technical things in that kind of aspect.
Good stuff, Daniel. Congratulations. Welcome to Big Blue. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Don't miss your chance to experience a premier hospitality experience watching Giants games and world-class concerts in 2022 as a Giants suite partner. Limited full-season locations are available, or place a deposit for individual games. Call 888-NYG-1925 or visit giants.com/suites for more information. All right, now we're joined by Giants tight end Jordan Akins. Jordan, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So how has it been for you trying to learn this offensive system over the past few months?
It's been good, man. Just taking it one day at a time, pulling out the note cards, all the study habits. And, it's kind of difficult, but, we're getting it done. And the process is going very well for me.
Now, your room is all kind of learning this at the same time. So does that help when all you guys are kind of trying to do this together?
Definitely. We want to know the information so we can play fast. The more comfortable we are, the faster we can play, and the more free we can play. So, yeah, we compete. We get together and we learn, and we break it down in the ways that we learn. We have some visual learners, and we have some people who just process differently. So we help each other out.
For Giant fans that haven't seen you play, what do you bring to the field, and why should they be excited about seeing you out there wearing number 88 this year?
I bring a lot of talent, man. Through the passing game, running game, get some blocks, special teams as well, and specialty is really, making plays in the open field, breaking tackles and making big-time catches, and hopefully score a lot of touchdowns this year. Yes, sir. So you can expect, an athlete coming to play ball and, help this team win some games.
What's the tight end meeting room like? Give me a little glimpse inside. Is a lot of you guys, getting on each other? Is it quiet? What's it like in there?
For the most part, Coach Andy Bischoff, he does a great job. We just let him lead for now, and it gets goofy in there sometimes, silly. It gets quiet and it gets real sometimes. It's a great group of guys, and we're looking to compete and play it out, and we'll see who comes out on top at the end of the day.
This could be a great opportunity for you to come in here, and it's an offense that, Brian Dable in Buffalo, one of the best offenses in the league, right?
Yes, sir.
Mike Kafka, Kansas City, one of the best offenses in the league. How do you see your skill sets fitting in to what they're asking the tight ends to do?
It fits in well. I kind of follow these guys in the previous years, when I was in Houston, and I love the way they use their tight ends, down the field, not just in the flats. They put them in successful places, and they give them a lot of opportunities to make plays, and that's what I'm here for, just the opportunity to make plays. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to suit up.
What are some of the basic concepts that this offense likes to use to try to get those explosive downfield pass plays?
Just a lot of, the work in the middle of the field. They let, the previous system I come from is more on the outskirts, you're working more the sidelines and the boundaries, They let you run out in the open field a little bit, cross fields, and, they really just let you showcase your talent. You got speed, use speed. You play with power. So I really appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to it.
What has the process been like in the spring for you, trying to learn this and kind of get into the groove, but at the same time, tight ends, you want to hit a little bit, right? You want to put the pads on, but you can't really do that yet.
It gets frustrating sometimes, when you're doing the run game with the teams, and going against defense, it gets physical in there. But, we can't really do what we used to doing due to the fact that we don't have pads on. But, when that day's going to come, so we're going to be patient. But right now we're just getting it through the air, OTAs is pretty much passing camp. So we're just trying to get our rhythm down with the quarterbacks and, learn this playbook as a tight ends.
Give me a window into what opposing offense is going to be looking at when they line up, as you've done it in practice, and you see your defense with different dudes standing up all over the place, moving around, trying to figure out who's blitzing and coming.
Gotcha.
Why is that type of defense so challenging, especially for tight end like you, who sometimes have to stay in, identify blitzers, block, and kind of do things like that?
Well, it's great because it prepares us for any offense. If we can line up and adjust to our defense, then we can play against any other defense in this in the NFL. It shows you, and it gives you a different aspect on different defenses that you can read. This offense is different compared to my previous offense. So the moving around now, it helps me identify more the fronts, the coverages, and also which linebackers are blitzing. So I mean, they're doing a great job and getting us ready.
Jordan, good stuff. We appreciate the time.
All right, I appreciate you.
Great conversations. We thank the guys for joining us on this episode of the Giants Huddle podcast. I'm John Schmeelk. Remember to stay tuned, folks. Make sure you go back into the archive, find all the episodes. It's really good insight from all these players. They give you a really good feel for what this Giants offensive and defensive systems are going to be and where the team is heading into training camp. I'm John Schmeelk. Stay tuned to the Giants Huddle podcast. We'll see you next time.